Welcome back, everyone, to the 2021 Bowling Promotion Tour, sponsored by Cubica AMF. Today we have the second match of our Masters Series, featuring a three-way match between Veronique Sigur, Amy Viale, and we'll get our first look at Dutch player Michael Koch. In the first match, we saw Carl Buckley advance against Paige Nelson, and the winner of this match joins Carl in the winner of our next three-way match between Sarah Hood, Sergei Braga, and Fabian Higonek. I'm Bruce Hall, and I'll be your commentator for the international version of these matches. This is the 12th match of this series, and you can see the entire schedule at bowlingpromotiontour.com. We've had a little break over the holidays. It's good to be back. And our referee has determined that Michael Koch will start the match. Again, this is our first look at this 34-year-old from the Netherlands. And let's see how Michael attacks this 41-foot lane pattern that has yielded some pretty good scores. There certainly is some out of bounds to the right. Throws it right up the track. Beautiful start by Michael as he strikes. And we'll mark the first frame as a strike for Michael Koch. So good start there. Now we'll get our first look at Amy Viale. Amy, of course, from the USA in the New England region. And it looks like Amy slipped maybe a little bit. It doesn't look like she stuck. Looks like she slipped a little bit and fell off that shot. And she's throwing a 900 Global Reality, which is about the most aggressive ball they make. So this ball is, if you fall off the shot a little bit, it's going to read the lane early and go high. So that's what happened to her. So that turns into a 4-pin, which should not be any trouble for Amy to convert. Amy, an excellent spare shooter. And cross lane there, no problem. And now we get our first look at Veronique Sigur. And these matches are being held in Silverbowl at Beaucouze, France, in the northwestern portion of the country. And Veronique is from the wine country in the middle section of France, down in a little town called Clermont-Soubirous between Bordeaux and Toulouse. And she starts off with a little bit of a pull, goes cross, and leaves the 5-pin. Now she'll take her spare ball and hopefully go straight at that 5-pin. Veronique, a polio sufferer for most of her life, and unfortunately goes by that 5-pin to the left, so we'll leave Veronique open in the first frame. And now Michael will try his hand on this right-hand lane. Typically, the right-hand lane's been a little tighter, left-hand lane a little drier in these matches. Let's see how that shakes out in this match. Well, and that one got out to the right, comes back, but look at the roller on the head pin. Give him the messenger, or as Mr. Viale likes to say, that would be a rolling Farkle. And he knew it. So thank you for the friendly roll there. And there's the double for Michael Koch. And here's Amy up on the left lane here. See if she can get that reality to turn the corner. It does come up, leaves the mixer 7-pin. Takes out the 4 and the 5, leaving another cross lane spare for Amy. And there is Mr. Christopher Viale, just right there with the hat on. They're husband and wife, of course, and both very involved in the New England Bowlers Association in New England. And that's a tournament organization that's been around since 1963 and coming up in its 1,000th tournament. So Mr. Viale, of course, is the president of that organization, and Amy handles much of the media relations as well as many other functions. So here's Veronique in the second frame, and right up the second arrow gets the squasher, but will not carry. By international rule, ladies get a fixed 8-pin handicap. So we'll bake that 8-pin handicap into the scores and then figure out who's ahead. And that's going to leave Veronique with 17 in the first frame, even though she was open, and a spare in the second. So good shot there. And now, what can Michael do? Can he keep the string going? He's got a lead, even with the handicap already, with the double over Amy. And so let's see if he can keep the string going. Michael, a very in-line player, late timing, and gets through that shot. Looks like almost looked like a carbon copy of his first shot on that lane, but a little bit left. Comes high for the 4-pin. Once again, that left lane not yielding the same kind of hold as you can see on the right lane. Looks like he switched to a phase 2 for the spare to cross lane, so good cover there. That'll give Michael the 2-pin advantage with the handicap over Amy at this point. And Amy staying with that reality, she certainly would want to get a little bit left with that aggressive ball. And to the right, and tried to get it to the right, but unfortunately there is some hang out there on this 41-foot pattern, and is not going to make that recovery. So give her the 1-2 spare out of trouble. Didn't leave the washout, luckily. And Amy will go straight up the boards, right to the 1-2. Very nice. We did see Amy and Veronique in the women's series stepladder. And they were bowling with Paige Nelson. And Paige ended up edging out Amy by 2 pins, 198 to 197, or 199 to 197, to advance in that women's series, did Paige Nelson. And here's Veronique, and once again crosses over, but this time give her the strike. So Veronique 10 behind Michael Koch, and Amy only 4 behind. And here's Michael. Has not missed the pocket. Let's see if he can stay in the pocket and get back on the strike train here. And a nasty, nasty split. That ball just dove through the pins. Now let's see what happens here. It's a couple of boards left of target and does not pick up on the hold. And that's going to be a nasty 5-count split. And here's a shot at it. Goes by for only 2. And Michael will yield his lead now to Amy on the bench. And the 5-2 combination leaves Michael with 71 in the 4th. Amy lays it down. Boy, that looked like a good shot, but look at the turn it took in the mid lane to come up for the 4-6-7 split. And Amy's going to hand the lead right back to Michael, it looks like. And if she can get 9 here, we'd be back to a 1-pin match. And looks like she goes by all of them. Looks like she might have slipped again on that spare. So now Amy, with her handicap, looking to be 2 pins behind Michael Koch. Now Amy Sigur, with a strike here, can take the lead. Excuse me, Veronique Sigur. And that looks like a pretty good shot up the track. Stay there. Oh, get the 10-pin kick out. And beautiful shot there by Veronique. And give her the lead now. And a fairly substantial lead. She's 18 pins now over Michael and 20 pins over Amy. Here's Michael. Let's see what adjustment he makes. And that looks like a carbon copy shot of his last ball. He's trying to work that hold, and that looks like an IQ Tour is just reading on the mid lane and diving through the pins. This time he gets 6, not 5, but essentially hit the identical split. And he goes after it, but this time he makes it. Great shot. Yeah, that was the cover he was looking for last time. And he gets the 3 over into the 2 and the 4 and the 7 to pick up that spare. So good shot there. Now, what can Amy do? And Amy is again crossing over, seeing quite a bit of reaction from that reality, and she did slip again there. Looks like she's having some footing problems. Looks like on both lanes a little bit. And let's see how she does here on the single pin 5 pin, and no problem there in the conversion. And once again, 2-pin difference between Michael Koch and Amy Viale, but Veronique Sigur with the 20-pin lead over Amy and the 18-pin lead over Michael. And let's see if she can extend that lead with another strike here. And gets through it very nicely. Will it hold pocket? It does. Leaves the 4-pin. Another good shot. She's getting the ball extended down the lane now and getting the ball in play. And cross lane with the plastic ball here. Oh, don't pull it. Oh, went by the spare. So, where are we at now? Guess what? That still leaves Veronique in the lead, because she has the 8-pin advantage. And Michael Koch back in the pocket. It's a good shot there. Gets that one right where he wants it. He definitely made the move on that lane and made the adjustment. And here's Amy to get back in the match. All these bowlers within a mark of each other. Oh, and Amy threw the beak again with another split. I think that reality is just too much ball for this pattern. And she's seeing it just overreact. She's having a hard time controlling it. Then, of course, when she moves to get it to the right, it doesn't react. So it's indicative of just too much surface. And that reality is very aggressive. And it's reading for her as soon as she lays it down on the lane. So she's having a hard time controlling it. And give her 9 out there. So that'll give her 95 in that 6th frame with the 8-pin handicap. And Veronique can it come up? No, a little bit right for the washout. And you see that there's just not a huge amount of help to the outside on this pattern. You've got to keep it around the track. That won't make the turn. And this will give Michael Koch the lead on the bench if Veronique cannot convert this washout. Very makeable spare. And hang on, and make it. Great shot there by Veronique to keep the lead by 3 over Michael Koch. Koch can get the lead here if he can double. See if he made the move to the left with his feet, and he does. Gets back in the pocket, but a stinging 10-pin. And he knew that was a good shot. And fortunately, it was not rewarded. The 6 goes flying around the 10. Michael, of course, averaging 215 these days. High series of 814. He's been bowling for 26 of his 34 years, and he's a video producer, so he must be sharing some tips and techniques with our host, Bruno Bedone. All right, here goes Amy. And she did switch balls, and there is the strike, much more controlled. Very good ball change there by Amy, and that's right up the track. And gets the slight little flip at the end and give Amy the strike. It's really anyone's match at this point, with Veronique with the lead by 3. Yeah, it's a pretty good looking shot. Get to the pocket, it does, but can't carry the flat 10. It leaves her with a 2-pin advantage now over Michael Koch. So very important spare here by Veronique. No bowler able to really pull away. And another good looking spare shot on that 10-pin. Very good. So give Veronique the continued 2-pin lead. Again, you have to add 8 pins to her score. And that gives her the 2-pin advantage over Michael Koch. Let's see what Michael can do here. 8th frame. And that's in a little bit. He gets another ringing 10. And Michael moved into the oil. Looks like he's getting a little bit more push down the lane. That's in around 12-13, but can't get the carry. Michael's got to be frustrated by this carry situation. He made the right move. Had a back-to-back nasty 3, 4, 7 combinations. And there's some deadwood kicking out. Let's see what the referee does at this point. Slight break in the action here. You can see here's our porter down there clearing that deadwood. Thank you so much, sir. You can see on Amy's shirt there, if you saw it there for a second, the Strike FX logo. That's the pro shop that she goes to. It's a organization hosted by PBA pro John Van Hees and Alex Aguiar. And another good shot by Amy. Will it turn? No, that one went right through the break point. Wouldn't make the turn. And leaves her the 6-pin washout. Was frustrated by that. I think she felt like she made the right move there. And can she keep herself in this match by making it? She's Amy using the backup, backs it up and makes the washout. There's a lesson for some of you folks. And we saw Carl Eklund of Sweden do that with his spares, back it up into it. Good shot. See that more and more players using the backup ball to make those spares to get the angles correct and easier to convert. So Amy keeps herself in the match. She's 15 pins behind Michael Koch and 18 pins, 17 pins, if you will, behind Veronique. And Veronique straight up the lane, got that one left off her hand, but gets the Brooklyn strike. And at a very, very opportune time. And goes cross lane, and she knew it. But get the kick on the 5-pin. 3-pin match now as we go into the 9th frame. And Michael finally gets the slap on the 10 as he's been looking for. And great shot there by Michael. Michael with a maximum of 210. Should he go off the sheet? And here's Amy. Yes, give her the mixer off the corner. And good shot there. 195 maximum for Amy, and liking that back end as we get the corner there. And Veronique. Now, can she double up and extend her lead? And coming up at it, give her the Brooklyn. Oh, no, there's the 6-10. And very important spare conversion here. This match is definitely going down to the 10th frame. And Veronique has been right on the money on these cross lane spares. And unfortunately pulls that one. And that's going to give Michael Koch the lead going into the 10th. And let's see if he can double, which would close things out. 181 maximum. Excuse me, 189 maximum for Veronique. And then Michael opens in the 10th. Or a very good chance for an open in the 10th here. It's a 2-4-10. I spoke too soon. I said he opens, but a very difficult conversion here. Can he slide it over? And does not. So that's going to give him the 178 game. Now Amy has the chance to double and surpass that score. And out to the right again, won't make the corner. So that will eliminate Amy. Amy is not unable to surpass the 178 even if she spares and strikes here. And she does convert the spare. And give her the strike for what appears to be the 175. Once again, the winner of this match will face Carl Buckley, and the winner of the next three-way match, Sarah Hood, Sergei Braga, and Fabian Higunek. And then we move into single round matches. So there's 174 for Amy, 178 for Michael Koch. And with the handicap, you can see it's 159 for Veronique. If she can fill 20 here, she wins the match. And there's a good-looking shot, and give her the 9, the weak 10. She needs to make this and strike to win. If she makes this and gets 9, we have a tie. And she was looking for that strike. And cross lane, go right at it. Once again, right on the money with those cross lane spares. 9 to tie, strike to win for Veronique Sigur right now. Let's see what she can do. Just relax, take your time. Get the ball to the pocket like you've been doing. And that's right at the pins. Look at this. Give her 9. There's the tie at 178. And so now we'll have to go into a roll-off between Veronique and Veronique and Michael Koch. And Michael Koch will kick off this roll-off. It's a 9th and 10th frame roll-off. And so the total of the 9th and 10th frames will determine who moves on in this match. And let's see if Michael can overcome the ringing 10s and the 5-count splits and the other various obstacles he's faced on this pair. I think we're trying to figure out who's going to start on which pair, on which lane. And we're taking a little break here. Let's see what we're doing here. Looks like, okay, looks like we're going to have Michael up on the left lane. Ninth and 10th frame roll-off. And a pretty good shot to kick things off there for Michael. No doubt about that one. You'd have to think of Veronique as the underdog here, but as you can tell, hang in there, make your spares. You never know what can happen in bowling. Now Veronique, can she match Michael's strike in the 9th? And hang on there for the Brooklyn. That has carried for her before. She leaves the 5-pin. And straight at it before, she did go by the 5-pin in the first frame of this match on the left. And it seems like her misses sometimes are left. And not that time, give her the spare for the 7-pin, or for the 5-pin. Good shot there. And now Veronique will finish up on the left lane. And here we go. Very important shot. Count very important on this shot, since Michael is already working on a strike. And it looks right up the pike, right to the pocket, and another 10-pin. It's going to leave her technically 1 pin behind. So another right-hand spare for Veronique. She's been very good on these right-hand spares. See if she can make this. We've seen a lot of that Vegas cube spare ball. And once again, right down the pike, right on the money on that 10-pin. Good shot. Now, Veronique, get all you can, because Michael, at this point, needs to fill 20 in the 10th to win if you strike, Veronique. And right at the, once again, the Brooklyn side, give her 9 for the 38 total, which means that now Michael Koch needs to fill 19 pins. There's no handicap for the ladies in the roll-off. It's straight up head-to-head competition. So Michael needs to fill 19 pins here. Any mark will do it. Strike here will do it. And give him the strike. It's the best kind of mark there is. And Michael Koch survives this 3-way match to join Carl Buckley. And, as we said, the winner of the Sarah Hood, Sergei Braga, and Fabian Higanek match, which will be coming up next. So congratulations to Michael Koch. We'll see him 2 matches from now, which will be our last 3-way match of this Masters Series. And once again, Bruce Hall here, and we will see you back on this YouTube channel for our next match. Nice comeback, Michael.
Michael, congratulations on winning your match. You made an adjustment in the 9th and 10th roll-off. You said you were throwing a little hard in the early going of the match.
Yeah, I was playing a little bit fast, and I moved inside, played a little bit slower in the roll-off, and that gave me the good carry because left some 10 pins and didn't really strike that much.
Well, you have a good ball reaction going into the next match. Are you confident?
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe I'm playing a different ball, but we'll see. We'll see. It's getting better.